Another senseless shooting rocking the Twin Cities tonight. 15 people shot overnight. One of them has died. Police have 3 people in custody right now. The suspects are all hospitalized from their own injuries that they suffered during the shooting. We're learning more about the young woman who lost her life. Friends tell us this was Markeisha Wiley, a beloved animal care worker. One close friend told me tonight that Markeisha was magnetic, and she is being remembered for being bright, joyful, and supportive. Now, this happened at the 7th Street truck stop in downtown St. Paul. We have team coverage tonight. Jennifer Mayerly has been talking with investigators who have been combing through the crime scene all day long. But first, we're going to start with David Schumann. David is live at the scene. And David, we know this is such a popular area right down the street from the X. What's happening out there tonight?
Well, the police tape's been down for several hours now, and West 7th Street's mostly quiet. But last night, this was a crowded bar behind me. It was a scene that turned into unimaginable horror seemingly instantly.
It was just gunshots, and it was like maybe 10 shots.
Shots fired, multiple callers.
DeMarco Percy dropped to the floor with everyone else inside 7th Street Truck Park.
As you look around, everyone's around like, I'm hit, I'm hit. You know, there was a couple people that are hit. And you're just trying to check on yourself, making sure you're okay.
DeMarco says the woman who died, Markeisha Wiley, was shot right next to him. In those unspeakable moments, DeMarco's mind went immediately to his 3 young children.
I was thankful, 2 inches to the left, 2 inches to the right, could have been someone else, and I'm thankful that it wasn't me. Prayers to the family that lost someone, and prayers to people that are sitting in the hospital right now.
Officers say the bar was littered with gunfire.
7th, I got one fading here.
The 14 victims taken to the hospital are expected to survive, helped by Good Samaritans inside. An altogether shocking scene that a police spokesperson called hellish.
We had people in the city of St. Paul out on a Saturday night having a good time. And we had other people who decided to pull guns with reckless disregard for human life. And my partner, who's been here 14, 15 years, and she can't remember anything like this happening in St. Paul.
I got one person shot here in front of Casetas.
Unable to sleep last night, one thing at least bringing some solace to DeMarco is that 3 suspects have been arrested.
People deserve justice. Someone lost their lives, so hopefully they're able to sort it out and decide who was the one that got the killing done so they can lock that person up for a long time.
DeMarco was here celebrating a friend's birthday, but he told me he's now questioning whether he's going to continue coming out in this area at night.
Yeah, fair question right now. Thank you, David. Now, dozens of shots rang out during the shooting, and the crime scene, it was massive. Investigators have been collecting evidence like shell casings and fingerprints. They were on scene for more than 16 hours today going through this very complicated evidence. Jennifer Mayerly continues our live coverage tonight. She has been talking with investigators and sources about the suspects. Jen, what did you find out?
Well, 3 suspects are in custody. We learned at the time of the shooting, one of them had an active warrant for his arrest. According to documents, he failed to show up for a sentencing hearing in May. Now, these suspects have not yet been charged, so we are not naming them. 2 are convicted felons with lengthy criminal history. Here's what else we've learned. Forensic teams spent the day outside the truck park where gunfire erupted early Sunday morning. We're told they collected casings from the many shots fired, documented where the bullets struck walls and objects, and gathered evidence like clothing and dusted for fingerprints. Investigators obtained surveillance video from cameras in the area, an expansive and complicated scene that required multiple St. Paul police homicide investigators.
It's a horrifying, tragic event.
Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher also at the scene Sunday afternoon. The motive for the shooting still unclear.
It appears to be anger, hostility, argument, and fight and gun.
It's a gathering here at the truck park.
Friday night, Fletcher stopped in the area during his Live on Patrol segment on Facebook. The dash cam captured large groups of people in the area, and he expressed his concern.
We've never had any shots fired right here. I hope we never do, but
Yeah, definitely.
with this volume, at some point, it's going to happen, right? It's become a very popular place.
And police tonight tell me this is an open and active investigation. It's possible more people were involved. I also spoke with the Ramsey County Attorney's Office, who tells me if they get the case from police by tomorrow morning, charges could come as early as tomorrow afternoon. Susan Elizabeth.
Thank you. To be continued.
I mean, it was just like absolute chaos in the bar. And then once everything kind of quieted down, everyone's like flooding out of the bar. People's like leaving their purses in there. Like my phone was left in there.
Witnesses of the shooting are still processing the horror tonight. As Caroline Cummings reports, it was an otherwise normal Saturday night before it all went down.
Reminders of the chaos stood long after shots were fired early Sunday morning. Empty beer bottles and cups scattered across the sidewalk. Full drinks left behind in the rush to escape the horror.
People were bringing, I'd say, people up to the cops saying, help me, help me. It was kind of surreal, and then never seen anything like that before in real life outside of TV.
Lucas Knutson lives above 7th Street Truck Bar. He says he was getting ready for bed when he heard gunshots below, and he looked out the window to find chaos.
Just a lot of screaming. People were laying in the middle of the streets until the ambulance got here. There was a couple people right outside in front of Truck Park here, and it was chaotic.
Inside, 22-year-old Jack Larson says he was out for a night of fun with friends. Then it all happened so fast.
At first, we didn't really know what exactly was going on because there's like one or two shots, and we're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, that kept going off, and everyone's like, get down, get down.
He says there were 5 or 6 gunshots, a pause, then more bullets. 2 people on either side of him were struck. Blood from another stained his clothes.
It was terrible. I mean, there's literally a guy right next to me that got shot in the leg. I was like right next to him. His leg blocked the bullet from hitting me in the chest or the head.
Larson says he left his phone inside the bar as he rushed to safety, and that many other people left behind purses and other personal belongings too. Now all pieces of evidence at this horrifying crime scene. In St. Paul, Caroline Cummings, WCCO 4 News.
And as concerts and wild hockey games return to the capital city, that corner right there on West 7th in Kellogg has become a popular destination once again for fun. But business owners around there say they are worried now for the safety of their customers.
This is the season where the XL starts booking a lot of things, obviously with the Wild, and then with all the concerts and other activities that go on. Do I think that could be a concern? Yes.